California Governor Jerry Brown signed a right to die law this week. Some people are furious, calling it a contempt for life law. Other people are concerned that it's about playing God, and yet others are genuinely moved and excited about what they see as an act of profound compassion. What do you think? Well, to those who say it's contempt for life, I think they're wrong, and I'll explain why. To those who say we're playing God, they may be right, but it seems to me that's what we're on this planet to do anyway. And for those who see it as an act of mercy, well, I would just say this. Governor Brown, as he signed the law, said that if he were in terrible pain, he knew that having this option to have a physician help him to die would actually be of great comfort, even though he doesn't know what he would do in that moment. Those are wise words. And to those who are uncertain about this law, I would simply ask you, how much pain would you tell another person they have to endure when they are terminally ill? It seems to me the only one who can make that decision for each person at that moment of terrible pain is the person themselves, perhaps with the guidance of the tradition and or the people they love. Look, I get the downside here, and it's true. Polling indicates that most people, when they talk about ending their lives, don't use pain as the reason. They talk about loss of control, the ability to enjoy life. They have more the broad quality of life issues, and that's when people talk about dying with dignity. I really don't like that term, because there is as much dignity in fighting for every moment of life, no matter how much pain one is in, as there is in turning to your doctor, having thought and reflected on it before you got to that place, and saying, I can't do this any longer. It hurts so much. It's time. There is dignity, it seems to me, in both of those positions. What this law does is it gives more people more access to being able to make a decision they need to make and should be able to make for themselves, and to do so in a way that respects and celebrates the modesty we have to have when it comes to judging other people and the pain they feel. So yes, there can be a downside, there can be some contempt of life, but the law has checks on that. This really is about compassion. And when people talk about, aren't we playing God, that is what we do every day. The practice of medicine is playing God. In fact, thousands of years ago, if you look in the scriptures, certainly the Hebrew Bible, practicing medicine wasn't allowed. God was the only doctor. And we came to appreciate the role for human beings as life unfolds is increasing greater and greater. And now as medical science gives us more and more latitude, it will be the place of every faith tradition to step in, not with an absolute no and a finger waving, how dare you play God, but a recognition that we are put on this planet as images of God, in the words of Genesis. We are always playing God. It seems to me the only question is, can we play it with love, with compassion, with humility, and with wisdom? We won't always get it right. But if those are our watchwords, and we realize that while we are not God, we are here to imitate God and play God, to embrace the gifts that we have and use them to make our lives better and improve the lives of others. And this law is a part of that process, which it does seem to be, that in fact the passage of California's law is a very good thing.